Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, defender of the Reich of this fatherland, and master of all propaganda, here to bring you another 1 vs 1 on Semois. Yes, indeed, we are going to be having another game of Semois. I've been getting a lot of replays. Funny thing is, though, most of all those games I'm getting are either on Semois or Langres. Not entirely sure why. Odd coincidence, there we go. I am getting some 2 vs 2s, but I'm getting flat replays, and I'm so far the 2 vs 2s I had time to look at. Well, I'm not entirely convinced they're, actually entertaining to watch. Because, of course, that's sort of the problem usually with 2 vs 2s. I mean, the more players you throw in, the more likely you're also going to get something that's not entirely entertaining to watch. Of course, that's at least my opinion. Of course, you're free to disagree. But at least that's my personal experience. But of course, who shall be fighting on here in the northern corner? We are seeing Waldafjestje. And let's just get this going in the meanwhile. No point in all this going on while they basically going through the early movements. No huge surprises there, but nonetheless, Waldafjestje fighting for the 7th Armoured Division. Desert Rats. Opposing him shall be Schmetterling905. Yes, indeed, Schmetterling905. We have seen him a long time ago. Not in Bethlehem, but somewhere else. Fighting for the Wehrmacht. Fighting for 10th SS, the underdogs of the Eastern Front, and hello, excellent. Well, the Wehrmacht quarters is going up. He's in fact going for 3 pioneers start against the British. This is not an entirely bad idea. Some players, of course, prefer to go heavy on the pioneers. That's only one way. Of course, another one is to sort of get the Wehrmacht quarters up and then get some additional pioneers to sort of, at least that way, get some more initial ground, and then, of course, get some infantry to actually hold that ground taken. We'll of course have to see how Schmetterling will be pulling that one off. But Waldafjestje, of course, having secured this fuel point, immediately moves about the Bedford command truck. Pretty huge thing. Lumbering about on the battlefields of France. Not taking the sort of main route. No, that's silly. That's for Frenchies. In Britain we crash through walls or something like that. Although I'm not entirely sure if there was any reason to sort of go through there. I mean, he could have just parked up there, would have been safely within this arc of MG fire, and of course would also be sort of still not just an obvious bloody target. Pike on the move, already sort of doing a bit of reconnaissance, moving about. I'm not entirely sure what he's hoping to find here. I mean, besides the obvious, well, the British have secured this fuel point. Well, apparently I'm a genius. Well, that's sort of what the prospective player might sort of go through his head. I mean, yeah, they're pretty much going to go for that. If they aren't going for that, then they obviously need to go for it. I mean, this is pretty much an obvious Semois move as the Commonwealth. We are seeing the lieutenant moving about there. What shall we call him? Lieutenant Roberts. Yes, indeed, he's a Roberty fellow. Reconnaissance section here up, holding up, and we are seeing an infantry section now actually catching the bike. Again, this sort of usual, get on the tactical map and then sort of, hold shift down while sort of making orders, queues them up, sort of frees you up to sort of paying attention to other things, and, don't have some units sort of standing about silly while admonishing Dolphy not to smoke a fucking cigarette near the fuel point. On this case, that was munitions, although again, munitions and fire doesn't always tend to go well either. But an MG42 we are seeing 3 pioneers bike and the MG42. We are seeing a second MG42 coming out, in fact, for Schmetterling. Schmetterling it out. Infantry section sort of mucking about. We are seeing a Bren carrier now moving out. Bren carrier stable of the British forces, carrying about vehicles, not vehicles, but sort of lighter guns, infantry, reconnaissance, flamethrowers, in fact, although that was called Wasp. And this reconnaissance section is going to catch right out in front of the MG42. Bike moving about, although it looks like it might be dodging the MG42 for now, although the bike is quite keen, and there we go. A reconnaissance section getting suppressed, taking heavy losses. Doyle and Duffy went down, or perhaps Duffy is someone else. Pioneers getting spotted just as they're trying to lay down mines. The Bren carrier puts a stop to that and pops up with the Vickers, and the Bren gun being sort of put out on a pintle slightly further back. And the infantry section is still moving about. Lieutenant is all on his own. Oh dear. Poor Lieutenant Roberts. No one likes him. Not entirely sure why, though. Although rumour has it because he's from Yorkshire and everyone else is from Lincolnshire. Or something like that. I have absolutely no idea. Pioneers moving in. And they are on the hunt for Lieutenant Roberts. This is not looking good. Brenker moving in. Will it try to save the dashing lieutenant? Recon section moving away from here where the Wehrmacht is being ever so naughty in the sight of King George. And the Pioneers being forced away. We are seeing a mine, and oh dear, will the Brenker run straight into it? No, he looks like he avoids Schmetterling's Schmettermine. Another MG moving out. Sniper on the way for Schmetterling. So far not a single infantry unit, a lot of support, a lot of Pioneers. And let's hope Mr. Waldafjestje is getting some sort of... Yes, indeed, the field support truck arriving right there. Infantry section under fire. MGs, bikes. Recon section moving in right in front of this. This is perhaps not the most ideal. Of course, they are hoping to sort of flank the MG. And there we go, running into the cemetery. Although one goes down, and there we go, the MG is getting flanked. Sniper moves in, though. Scharfschütze gets off a good short drops of Brits for the fatherland. Showing those Tommies who's the marksman here. And the building in the marketplace collapses inexplicably. But then again, the Frenchmen weren't exactly known as the great architects, I think at least. Pioneers taking losses as the Brens and Brits push onwards. Sniper continues to rake a heavy toll on the British as the Tommies are screaming. The one goes in, trying to catch the sniper. No, he gets sniped, forcing the last one to get out of the list. Mr. Waldafjestje fancies losing now all of that. Now Brenker moves in to flank, opening up on the MG, flanking in fact, sure there's absolutely no cover. The Brits need to get the devil out of there. Lieutenant Roberts also looks like he's getting the devil out of there. In fact, all of them are. Field support truck is ready, but nothing's happening. Oh wait, there we... No, that's another infantry section, but there's no captain. No captain, no sappers, no steward. Waldafjestje, Waldafjestje, what a silly name you have. Then again, I suppose you could say the same about Imperial Dane. At least that's sort of an actual sort of two words put together. Waldafjestje sort of sounds like some sort of silly resort name. By the way, British have been beaten back, and we are actually seeing some Volksgrenadiers out now for Schmetterling. He's also going up with the Krieg barracks. And this is slightly embarrassing for the infantry section. Got run off by some Pioneers who also proceeded to run away. Oh no, they're running away! Run away! Yes, that'll do. Bit of quiet, it seems like. Might as well get this up and running a bit. Yes, indeed, for the fatherland, for glory. And the mine actually, when it's off there, doing quite a bit of damage. Volksgrenadiers moving up under heavy fire from the Brenker, opening up with his machine gun. And rifle grenades are now rhyming. Oh dear, the sniper snipes Lieutenant Roberts, but doesn't actually kill him. And rifle grenades are flying. Oh dear, the sniper almost goes down, and now it looks like they're trying to bombard the MG in cover. Bike flanks in. And then bikes away. Having heard nasty things about rifle grenades and exposed bike crews. I'm not entirely sure of something. And there we go. The captain. The captain, I don't know. He shall be known as Captain de Fleur. With a silly French last name. And looks like the rifle grenades aren't really managing to do much except make some very nice patterns in the ground. Volksgrenadiers are flanking in, could be getting the lieutenant. Or no, they're getting into the building, hoping to fire down onto the troops. Rifle grenades fly too high. And the rest of the Wehrmacht is nowhere to support. The Volksgrenadiers run into the building. Right in front of the rifle grenades. Awfully close though. And there we go, one rifle grenade, two Volksgrenadiers. Bike rushes in once more, takes heavy fire from the Bren carrier. More infantry section members moving in. Stuart light tank is ready. My goodness, the 7th Armoured Division is getting some armor. Pioneers with flamethrowers being pushed back. The MG42 watching. Yes, exciting. Second MG42 up there, and the Panzerabwehrkanone 83 is setting up, ready to protect. If it could just get somewhere. The contact section getting stopped by the MG42, firing a lit verse from the House of God, while this Stewart moves in, while the Wehrmacht is attentive in the center. The Stewart clears out the MG in the north, it looks like. Heavy losses there. Brenkow charging in for it, clearing out the barbed wire. MG42 getting hit. Mine gets set off. Pack pointing at the church, but it's not from the church. The enemy will come. And the pack gets a hit on the Brenkow, crashing into the sniper, and the sniper just sort of shrugs it off, going, oh, silly Bren. And Grenadiers are now live for Schmetterling, this 10th SS, getting some SS Panzergrenadiers of some sort, I suppose. Not looking good at all for the Brits, taking heavy losses. Weren't quite able to get that Stewart in to support the assault. The Constance section hoping to get that pack, but yeah, it doesn't look like they're managing much. Oh dear. No, he snipes the sniper. The sniper sort of expecting him to run, and then he gets, oh no, in that last microsecond, as his life vanishes before his eyes, he also sees a bullet whiz between his eyes. Bit tragic. But Schmetterling pushing on hard here. The Brit not really achieving any sort of success in his assaults. And Schmetterling mining like a mad gopher. Except they don't mine. Never mind. He could of course be salvaging some munitions here from this lovely Bren carrier. Kampfkraft sent up. Further Grenadiers arriving. Panzers getting equipped. Sappers, Pioneers being forced away. And we are actually seeing some Sappers now out for Waldafjestje. Infantry getting reinforced. Others not looking too well. A cancel clearing station could be helping. In fact, he's taking pretty heavy infantry losses. Oh no. Actually, time to have a look at the Waldafjestje. Never mind. Armor command truck arriving for the 7th Armoured Division, hoping to deliver some more solid armor for the desert rats to crash through. Well, this isn't quite the desert. And he's sneaking about at the cemetery with the Panzerschreck. Pack advancing up. Stewart hits a mine. One of many mines from Schmetterling. My gosh, there's a lot of mine. And it hits another mine, immobilizing itself. Amazing. And looks like both officers have in fact gone down. Both Captain Lefleur and Lieutenant Roberts. That's not quite fortunate. Pioneers getting shot at. Grenadiers marching up. Bravo Grenadiers marching in as well. Mine spotted. Pioneers taking losses as they are retreating. And there we go, the Grenadiers moving in. Mine set off. Grenadiers are under fire from all sides, but the Bravo Grenadiers are under fire from the bike. Oh dear, Grenadiers, be careful, you're on your own, there's no support. 1 Grenadier down. 2 Grenadier down. 3 Grenadier down. Grenade off on the Sappers, killing 1, and the Grenadier team goes down. They do not drop a Panzerschreck, but that was pretty nasty for Schmetterling. That was not quite fortunate. That was a full Grenadier team with a Panzerschreck. That was quite the investment. Full Grenadiers mucking about in the north. Apparently forgetting that has been secured. And Waldafjestje quickly moving about to secure some territory. And another mine. Tisk tisk. And 3 Brits lose their lives in a tragic mining accident. It looks like some armor's on the way. No, it's actually an armoured car. A Staghound. No attempt at Cromwells. In fact, there's dual Staghounds. That's a bit naughty, some players might say. Faces flushed with anger and hatred at the sight of the dreaded Staghound, which has a bit of a bug with a machine gun, which it actually pretty much fire constantly, as if though it was in possession of some rather rare artifacts, including a barrel of never overheating. Grenadiers now coming under fire. Staghound moving about. Good job with the barbed wire though. Nice to see them firing off to sort of limit the amount of movement there can be. Pack ready to cover the entrance. Of course, the Staghound doesn't actually go through there, but it comes under fire. Oh dear. taking quite a bit of damage. Second stack out ready. Of course, this means no armored command tanks for Waldafjestje or the 7th Armoured Division. And those stackhounds are looking a bit rubbish. No attempt to actually secure this MG, which the Volksgrenadiers then do. Stewart sneaking in from the flank. Pack can't cover here. But Stewart quickly pulls out, rather realizing it has other engagements. Mortar up for Schmetterling. Providing a bit of covering fire and area of denial. Good to see that, Schmetterling. Good to see. The second Panzergrenadiers ready. Looks like some Brits are actually moving out. In fact, they're getting the reconnaissance section upgrade. Sneaky Waldafjestje. No Cromwells. Staghounds. Looks like, in fact, a rather light reconnaissance force. A bit of Staghound, a bit of Stewart. Fort's going to take a bit of fire. No medic bunkers up, though, for Schmetterling. Second Panzergrenadiers moves forthwards. Seems to be a bit of unsure as to what to do. And the Grenadiers run right into a lot of fire. Staghound. Stewart could also be joining in. Stewart actually takes a hit. Pack advances. More mines from Schmetterling. Schmetterling loves the mines. Repairs sappers and the Pack 38 advances, but at the same time it is exposing itself. There's nothing to cover it or support it except those Grenadiers. And it's taking a lot of fire in there. And there we go. Although this could... No, he's actually moved up the other... Wait a minute. The other pack is there. Can't cover the first one. In fact, could he lose being packed there and allow the British movement into the town proper? Oh no! But a mine goes off, immobilizing one staghound. He just needs to get that Panzergrenadiers up. Mortar firing. Bike taking actually quite a bit of damage, but it makes it out of there despite 50 caliber fire raking it. But the armoured cars have installed a bit. An MG42 which could be seized by the Brits. Knight fighting it down here though. Stewart and reconnaissance moving in to stop those Volksgrenadiers. Cromwell on the way. Mine 2 set off. Oh dear, the Staghounds are taking an awful lot of damage. And the Staghound almost down. Main gun destroyed. And there we go. Utterly destroyed. Unbelievable. Well, I suppose it is believable. But nonetheless, Waldafjestje is not giving up. In fact, the Pack 38 quickly pulls out, not wanting to finish off that last Staghound. No attempt at securing that MG42. That's really something Waldafjestje really should consider doing. Could really help with that infantry. Certain dastardly Krauts, the Bosch, the Hun, Jerry. And looks like this mortar team is being forced away. Grenadiers are moving in. And a bike. And looks like a Sturm army has gone up. A Sturmgeschützsphere is ready. The 10th SS Panzer Division didn't actually have a lot of Panzers. They only had one battalion. That was a mix of Stuks and Panzer IVs actually. Lots of command points being floated by Waldafjestje, but he doesn't really seem to be achieving much with it. Bike charges right at it, but apparently the Staghound misses. Oh no! And a mine goes off. Reconnaissance section takes losses. More mines from Schmetterling. Schmetterling apparently having a contract with some sort of mine company. Mine crate or something. Cromwell though moving in. Cromwell being a cruiser tank. There to sort of achieve exploit breakthroughs in enemy lines. There for maneuver. Grenades on the right. Grenadiers taking out 2. And the Stout taking on the Cromwell from the front. No attempt to secure on that pack either. More Grenadiers, Volksgrenadiers, Pioneers streaming in. Rival grenades flying. Cromwell not achieving much. Stewart holding up against those Pioneers down there. More mines. Incredible mining going on here, and the Stu actually rushes a bit too far. Could get hit in the rear. Pioneers in fact going down to the Stewart. Staghound flanking the Stug. Oh dear, it could go down any second, any minute, any moment. Although there's a pack firing in support. Oh dear, that Staghound is not in a good position either. Cromwell getting repaired. And the Staghound gets the kill. Sturmgeschütz kaput, and the bike once more rushes in. And once more successfully gets out. Sneaky little devil. I suspect he's not named Neville. And looks like the steward is up to something. What could you be up to, little steward?
Go ahead, Captain.
5 command points. This is not good, but it's time for the mid-game analysis. Yes, indeed, what is the situation? Well, it's not really the best of situation for the Brits. They're holding some of the map, but they have not really achieved a breakthrough. Partly, well, I suppose they haven't been bothering with any emplacements, really provide this necessary support. A mortar pit here could really deny some area here. Not securing MG42s, not securing packs, a bit of a mistake there. Could, of course, have been mining with his own snipers, and most importantly, he's not been using his command points. Bloody well, not good. Schmetterling, on the other hand, doing well with his infantry, although he is suffering some unpleasant losses. A medic bunker would be nice. Mines, good. Tank traps could also be useful. But I might also suggest some more Sturmgeschütz, perhaps a Nebelwerfer, perhaps going for the Panzer Command. And also trying to sort of perhaps, effectuate some assaults over here. Otherwise, he's actually doing pretty well. Let's return to him. In fact, let's return to Mr. Schmetterling, who has gone blitzkrieg, but so far has not really shown anything that would give him the indication of he's actually rather blitzkriegi. Second Cromwell ready. An evolution of the Crusader tank, all about speed and a decent gun. It also had, in fact, better armor than the Sherman, although not much better, but still, it made some bit of a difference, I believe. As an example, whereas a Stug could knock out a Sherman from about 3 kilometers, it could only about knock it out from about 1 kilometer or something about close to that. Cromwell hanging about here. Reconnaissance section under fire, grenadiers and Volksguards, and grenades getting lobbed, and they're all bunched up. Oh dear, that was close. Still no artillery to really support the British advance. Not entirely sure that's the best idea. Another Stug moving in. Cromwell hits Semois, moves in against the MG42. Commandos drop in. The British commandos moving to support the 7th Armoured. And anti-tank guns get recruited. Grenade on the commandos. Pack getting cleared out. And looks like the commandos might be going for the anti-tank gun. No, they did. Yes, they make it just before they get killed. They managed to clear out the second anti-tank gun. That's opening things up for the armor, except the Cromwell already went down to the Stug. Staghound is nowhere to be seen to actually support nor British infantry. But the Staghound is causing havoc amongst the support units. We have gained veterans here a bit. Mortar, and oh dear, hits a mine. And the Stug rushes in. But the Staghound moves in as well. Sappers trying to salvage munitions, I believe.
Heavy assault forces ready.
And a Tiger gets prepared for reserve from the 102nd Schwerer Panzerabteilung SS. Stug getting hit from all angles. Again, without support, a Stug is pretty vulnerable. It can easily be outflanked. Does get the Staghound, but the steward might get it. No. And we do see a telephone pole flying through the air. Will the Stug make it out of there alive? Will the Sturmgeschütz survive? Pioneers getting stopped by rifle grenadiers. And Stug does go down. Not a lot of infantry though for Waldafjestje. He's down to only 2 units of infantry. And a Cromwell. Oh wait, he's also got the sappers, and he's also got a Cromwell and a Stewart. That's not really good. Germans are prepping for another counterattack, another Stug. More grenadiers. Mortars, bikes, MG42s, flamethrowers. Pack though getting recruited by the reconnaissance chaps. which does manage to force away, and a cancer shot clears out most of the Grenadiers, leaving behind only one team. Oh dear, the inhumanity. As the 70 is getting filled with more bodies. Grenades getting locked at the end. Oh, the contact section goes down. Another infantry unit lost. Another Cromwell arriving for Waldafjestje. And Stout seems to be a bit drunk or nervous. Exposes its rear to the Cromwell and the pack. And a Grenadier team, and more goes down for Schmetterling. Sabba's getting suppressed, Pioneers advancing. More Cromwells arrive. And Volksgrenadiers rush into this mess only to come under heavy fire. But still, Waldafjestje needs... Could it be Wald? Oh, never mind. There's nothing really to stop the advance of British armour except that one single Stug. He needs a tiger. He needs that tiger. Although Waldafjestje really needs some bloody infantry, he needs to be able to secure some points desperately. He can't really do that at the moment, which is not really to his advantage. Some missed opportunities there. But there we go. Commanders arrive to save the day. Although a bit of an expensive solution. But again, when they are the British, there's not really much in terms of cheap infantry solutions against sappers. They might not be the wisest choice in the long run. And before just being equipped for some of the Volksgrenadiers to lead with the assault. MG gunner gets sniped by the steward, it looks like. And Grenadiers going against the Rifle Grenadiers, mortifying fire support. Rifle Grenadiers need to get out of there. Oh dear, Waldafjestje again, unit preservation. British armour moving in to stop that nonsense though. Grenadiers taking quite a shooting on the retreat. More mines though, more mines. Careful, careful. And it actually goes off accidentally, and the spike might finally see its end after having secured 7 kills for the Wehrmacht. No, it's actually making it out there alive. Commandos and Volksgrenadiers check out to see who's got best submachine gun. But the Brits are cheating since they've got Cromwells in support. But the Tiger has arrived.
Forces are ready for assault.
Have no fear, the Tiger is here. Pushing the assault. Commandos rushing out as flamethrowers rather compel them, rather they face the fires of hell. Pioneer team goes down, MG42 fires away aimlessly at the tanks. Commanders get out there under a cover of smoke. Sabba's repairing the pack, that's actually a pretty good idea. British armour slightly retracting. Infantry not quite getting reinforced. Not entirely sure what he's hoping to do. He doesn't quite have the sort of force to really take on a Tiger directly. Generally he shouldn't be doing that, but not even sure he can flank it, in particular since he's doing a rather good job of covering its flanks so far.
We are losing ground.
And of course, Schmetterling is having a bit of a problem himself. If he charges directly at this position, he's also going to be running into the pack alongside all that other bits, and that's really going to mean a lot of firepower. There we go. Stug takes the hits. And the Grenadiers run into the church, hoping to get off some Panzer shots from there in slightly more safe positions. Commandos, oh my goodness, getting murdered. And again, the cemetery is just getting filled with dead, or at least the parts of the dead, whatever remains. And the House of God was no protection against the might of the Commonwealth army. Pack fires away, having a good shot on the Tiger, but the Tiger gets away, and now mortar rounds are threatening the British position. Another Cromwell? Wouldn't it be a better idea to get a Firefly? you know, to really get off some good damage against a Tiger. The Firefly's really suited for that, but apparently he didn't want to be a Tiger tamer. A casualty queuing station would really have been a great asset right about here, could also provide some healing. And the motorcycle is getting hunted down again. Cromwell clears this bit of the area. British armor getting mortared. Oh, the inhumanity now looks like a Nebelwerfer is arriving. Blitzkrieg could soon be achieved. Blitzkrieg, the ability that is. Oh dear, mortar caught out in the open. But the Tiger intercepts, although the Tiger's not getting repaired. Schmetterling, you're not repairing your Tiger. He's instead repairing the Stug. I mean, in terms of priorities, I'd always recommend repairing your Tiger first. I know it sounds silly, but it's slightly more valuable. And there we go, Tiger taking quite a few shots in the rear, and that's not much it can do. It just tries to get out of there. But it does manage to get one Cromwell down. Oh dear, and now the Cromwells are facing the frontal armor. The 100mm thick armor. Quite thick indeed. Plus that high velocity 88mm gun. No, not quite as high velocity as the King Tiger. Artillery getting called in. Oh my goodness. And he's trying to flank, but he's not doing it. He could just be using flanking speed and then just right behind it. Oh, Waldafjestje. You are slightly disappointing me. Cromwell needs to get out of there. That's some pretty heavy armor losses. And he's getting more Cromwells, not a Firefly. Finally, they're reinforcing at least some of the infantry. And there we go, assault moving in against what remains of the British position. Even the Sioux could actually have been helpful against that Tiger. Against more targets, the better. A Tiger on its own is pretty much weak against a sort of mass assault. Pounder, artillery pound, 25 pounder barrage going in, forcing the Brits away from the cemetery. I'm pretty sure this cemetery has been desecrated. If not, well, it's soon going to be. And using commanders to recruit the pack, he needs to get the rest out of there. And the sappers, oh dear, they're burning alive, aren't they? Veteran D2 ready for the armor, making the Tiger only tougher and giving that Stug a slight machine gun upgrade. And the mortars find that tiny anti-tank gun quite nicely. This is not looking to be well. Not well at all. I'm still amazed yet, and finally going for the Firefly. Of course, that's nice to see, but I really think that was much, much too late. Mortar team coming under fire. Stuart moving in. Cromwell joining in, I suppose, well. Tiger, though, getting repaired. But now the Firefly is ready. The Tiger Slayer could soon come to fore. Oh dear, that Stuart actually took quite a hit right there. Plus some other bits blowing up. Now looks like they're going for the big hit. Pack firing away, but the artillery getting called in decoy. Could there be a counter shot against those grenadiers? Folks, grenadiers charging at the pack. Firefly moving in. And looks like the reconnaissance section or rifle grenadiers or whatever actually got killed.
Victory countdown start.
Firefly getting closer, getting closer. And there we go. It is ready. Needs to just overfound that Tiger. And there we go. Tiger's now in big problems. All of a sudden the infantry support is vanishing. Stu taking quite a few hits from what remains of the British 7th Armoured. 3 armored kills for this Tiger so far. Absolutely amazing. Pioneers working non-stop to try and at least keep it somewhat functional. Leading with the Firefly, perhaps not the best idea. And now he's rather giving the Tiger time to get repaired. Just push in with everything. Mass attack again. The more targets, the better. But sadly, he's throwing them piecemeal at the Tiger, and thus allowing the Tiger to show its true strength in 1 versus 1 fights. Not really quite what you want to achieve.
Send your message, son.
Needs to get that Firefly repaired swiftly. I tell you, they're getting called in. All the German infantry that gets out there now. Looks like another assault might be going on. Stuke's moving in. Tiger moving in. Firefly's exposed. And it takes the full brunt of the Panzer forces. Although this Stuke is actually taking quite a shooting as well. Rear exposed. Firefly goes down. It bites the dust. Another on the way. Looks like Waldafjestje is making the assault. Moving in with the Cromwell flanking about, but running straight into the Tiger again. Oh dear, oh dear. Firefly almost ready though. And a commando team getting absolutely devastated. 1 hit from the Tiger and they're all gone. It looks like, whoops. I think that was actually the final end of the bike. It survived for so long, and then the Cromwell just sort of fired at it once, and then it went kaboom. It shall be remembered. Except I didn't. All a bit quiet at the moment. All quiet. And yes, they are taking a severe beating. Not entirely sure why he's moving in like that without any support again. In particular when he knows there's a lot of Cromwells which are quite good against infantry. Not really the ideal situation. And looks like the sappers will not be making it out of there alive. Wait, the last one does make it. Interesting choice of Schmetterling. He goes for infantry 2 for his veterancy rather than facing off with veterancy 3 for his armor. There we go, Grenadiers charging at the over-repaired Cromwell. And there we go, Cromwell takes quite a hit. Lots of fire being directed at it. And the Cromwell goes down. And looks like Schmetterling is pushing the assault. Panzers are still flying. But there's not really a lot else from him. He's getting more near Werfers. Again, I really think he's a bit misreading the situation because there's not exactly a lot of infantry left for Waldafjestje. In fact, he only has 1 commando and some sappers. He's not really using any resources more. Looks like he's a bit getting up here at this stage. But he's moving in. Panzers flying at the... Oh dear, the Firefly went out of control. And this looks like to have been a pretty severe armor battle. Lots of armor going down, in fact.
Moved on one of our victory locations. Jerry's cut forward supply.
There we go, GG, game over. A bit of polite chatting, and there we go. The game is done. The Wehrmacht won. The 10th SS saw the end of the day. The 7th Armoured not quite as much, losing quite a few tanks in the process. My goodness. Nice little armour fight right here. And of course, what came in? Well, of course, you know, keep some infantry around, you know. That was rather the main problem here for Mr. Waldafjestje. And he didn't really, you know, take advantage of things when they were, you know, he didn't grab any MG42s that were left behind. That could really have done quite a bit for him. No emplacements either. Not even a casualty station again. Would have been nice. No medic bunkers either for Schmetterling, though. A bit dodgy there. Otherwise, though, good job from him. Good mining, really good mining. And a bit not so great reaction from Waldafjestje to really deal with it. A bit too reliant on Cromwell's, not so much else, but there we go. I do hope you enjoyed this game. If you did, why not subscribe and tell your friends? And if you didn't, well, why not send in a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dating. Cheers.